Hello everyone, today on Scottish Memories we are chatting to Ali Paton. How are you all? Hope you are all happy and healthy and well out there. Just before we get started, if you haven't already, please remember to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because it just, it helps us out in so many million ways that you just don't know. It really, really does. But I hope you're all happy and healthy and safe and everything out there. This is the last in Series 2 of Scottish Memories. After this, we're going to take a little break and rethink about maybe trying a different type of series for Series 3. A sister series? However, for the last episode of Series 3, I've got a cracker for you. We are chatting to Ali Paton. A lot of you will recognise Ali as a presenter, both on TV and radio. However, most of you will probably recognise her as Siren from the original UK series of the Gladiators. Ali, hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for sparing the time and come on and chatting. It genuinely means the world.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for asking me. It's nice to get asked.
So just before we get started, how are you? Are you happy and healthy and well and everything like that?
Definitely healthy. So very lucky there. All the family are healthy too, so that makes me happy. But Groundhog Day is killing me. So yeah, I cannot wait for us to be closer to being able to do some stuff. I'm definitely a social being, so being stuck, at home is not. And I like traveling, so this is
I know. The Groundhog Day is definitely a good description of how it feels right now, isn't it? It's just every day's the same.
Well, it's the same for everybody. So
yeah. And I have to be thankful if you've got your health, really.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's true. Yeah.
So we'll dive right in. Correct me if I'm wrong, you're an Edinburgh lass?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
So what was it? Well, we've got a very similar background there then, but how did you find growing up in Edinburgh then? Is it really ingrained itself into you? Is it something you're still very proud of?
Definitely. I mean, it always feels like home. I've lived quite a few different places. I remember going to San Diego when I was 15. I played basketball. We had a basketball trip there. So that was the first time to the States. So I remember being a bit like, this is literally what it's like in the movies.
Yeah.
I came home and said to my parents, we're never moving anywhere else in Scotland, but if we do move, can we move to America? So anyway, that never happened. But no, it always feels it's an easy city to just like come back to, settle back in. It is world class. So it's great to have grown up here, yeah.
What sort of area did you grow up in?
I was over in Duddingston.
Oh, Duddingston's lovely. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. I mean, the Duddingston Loch is you forget that you're in a city sometimes when you're round about that area, because it's just Duddingston, being the name Duddingston Village, it's still got that nice feel, even though it's in the middle of the city.
And with lockdown, I've been up Arthur's Seat, I don't know how many times, even just to either walk around it, because you just get such an amazing view, or up to the top, last week. And it's just to have that. What I love is when visitors come, they'll say, I can't believe you've got that right on your doorstep. I mean, I can walk to Arthur's Seat and then go up it. So you are a bit spoiled and you don't maybe realise it until you've been away, and then when you come back.
Yeah, I lived in London for about 6-7 years when I went down to college and things. And you forget how many green spaces we've got.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, the fact that we've got a massive ex-volcano in the middle of the city and we haven't built on it. You know what I mean? We haven't we can still get some houses on the side of here, which I'm sure would happen in a lot of other countries. It's still this beautiful, massive hill. I love it.
Yeah, no, me too.
Running up that though, that must be a.
Well, walking up it.
I was going to say that's a trek. That's a trek. I did the Bupa 5K, Winter 5K a few years ago, which is just the nice run. The ring road round Arthur's Seat. That was steep enough for me. That was all I could manage.
That's good though. Well done, you.
Yeah, that was a while ago. I couldn't do that now. So, as you were growing up, did you get to explore Scotland? Was holidays, staycations around Scotland mostly, or did you travel out west?
Some of them were. I mean, the holidays, some of the memories are more what was captured on like the cine camera, before the days of even VHS, that kind of thing. As a family, we had a caravan. So we were piled into this caravan. So I think at that age, it didn't really matter where you went, but
no.
I mean, we were in the UK. I think we were classic. My sister and I, the minute we were in the car, we were those kids that were like, are we there yet? So my family were not into huge, long road trips with us in the back. I lived in Canada for 8 years, and it used to kind of blow my mind when they'd say, oh, we're just jumping in the car to go and visit Auntie so-and-so. It'll be an 8-hour trip and we're not going to stop. And, when even now I think, oh, really? So anyway.
I mean, that's kind of us travelling the whole length of the country.
Different it is. We can fall off in that time.
Yeah, I know.
Different mindset.
Yeah, it really must be. But then Canada's got a very strong Scottish heritage, parts of Canada that they really hold on to over there, don't they?
Oh yeah. No, they do.
Because I'm very fortunate that a lot of people that view the channel are from Canada and other parts of the USA, America, and things as well. And it always surprises me how much, almost to the point of holding on to the culture more than we do sometimes.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that's true. If they've been away, you can easily be in their home and it's full of tartan and, to more of an extent that we might do while we're here. Because like I say, I guess we can take it for granted a little bit more. But we're definitely well received, I feel, the Scots around the world, which is quite nice.
Yeah. There's even to the point of Highland Games over there, which when I found out that they were doing lots of Highland Games, especially in like Southern America and things like that, and full regalia, full kilty, I was like, wow. I mean, that must be hot.
Well, the global, like the World Bagpipe Band, if you like, pipe band championships, the Canadians kept winning it every year, which a lot of my Canadian friends felt the need to remind me of.
I did not know that, really.
They did. They beat us on numerous occasions.
Oh, that must have properly wound you up, really.
What was that? No, I don't know what you're on.
No, I'm sorry. I'm a bit deaf whenever you mention stuff like that. Sorry, I can't hear you. So, you're back in Scotland now, yeah?
Yes.
So, what when coming back? Did it just sort of feel? Did you feel like coming back home essentially? Then, really?
Definitely, yes. Because my family are all here, and I've got a really good network of friends here still. And I was back and forth quite a bit while I was over there, but I did have to do the shift of shipping things back and all that kind of thing. But I still had funnily enough, I still had the property that I'd had before I left, so that was quite easy. I've always it's right in the centre of Edinburgh, so I've always enjoyed living in it. So property is a big thing for me, so that was nice to be able to just kind of come back and just set up again as
That's nice. That's nice. I was the same when I moved back here. It just it was like put on a comfy sweater. You know what I mean? It was just like, yeah, this feels right. This feels good. This feels good. So, like I said, I've got people from all over the world that fortunately are wanting to come over, but a lot of them have had to cancel and rebook right now. So I get a lot of questions of always looking for new things. So if someone's going to come over to Scotland in general or Edinburgh, what would be your top tips for anyone nipping over this way?
Well, I think, as we've already covered, definitely get up, if you're that way inclined, get up Arthur's Seat. because you just get such a lovely, view, 360 view of the city. There's so many nice, because of lockdown, I've discovered all these walks because I'm just so desperate to be outside. So Dalmeny House, the walks in Cramond up there, I've been running with a couple of friends up there quite a bit. That's always quite nice too. Down the East Coast, down to North Berwick, the fact that we're right on the water as well. I mean, open water swimming's become really kind of a cool thing.
That seems to have really...
Not swimming, but maybe just like jumping in and so...
But my Instagram now, I seem to see loads of people just going, yeah, I'm off into the sea. And I'm sitting there going, you're crazy, what are you doing?
Well, we've always had the Looney Duke, haven't we, on New Year's Day?
Yeah.
So it's just like, which they also do in Canada. They did it in Vancouver.
Oh, really?
I was down at the beach one New Year's Day when all the crazy Canadians were running in as well. So I think
I can imagine their water's a bit colder than ours up there as well.
Well, I think ours is cold. I think once you're in that type of water, it's like cold is cold.
Yeah.
But there's so much that Edinburgh and surrounding areas has to offer. Cramond, walks along Cramond Beach, all of that kind of stuff. It's just,
I think a lot of people like you have been sort of local-wise been discovering as well, because a little while ago I was lucky enough to have the comedian Craig Hill on, and he during the first lockdown had discovered going out on his bikes, so much so that he ended up making a short series of, did you know this was here? Did you? I think there's a lot of things in town that we just take for granted, and then once you stop and look, you're like, oh my God, really?
Yeah, there's lovely walkway, the Watcher Leith, all these walkways along there. We did a bit of a mini hike, if you want to use the word hike. I don't know if that's quite the right word, but in the Pentlands we did basically a sunrise hike. So we just got up there. That was during the snowy weather. So there's lots of outdoorsy stuff that you can do if you come to visit. Yeah, and then my other big favourite, which of course hopefully will come back in its full flow, is the festival. I mean,
yeah,
so spoiled when that appears, which I know you appreciate too, given your background as well.
Yeah, it was a ghost town this year, really. When August hit, last year, when August hit, and there was no one in town. And I know, businesses wise, it was a proper hit for the city as a whole in that sort of respect. But yeah, just wandering about the centre of Edinburgh and hardly seeing any locals, let alone, tourists, was odd. It was a real miss last year, I think.
Yeah. So when that comes back, I mean, I always love it when it's August, because that's when the city just feels so international and it's so much fun.
We're spoiled, really, aren't we? We're definitely spoiled with that. I can remember when I was young, nipping back up here, and it's like when you go away and you come back for a short period, just a visit back. It's difficult to meet up with everyone, because everyone's, got their own lives and things like that. And I remember going into the centre of town at the Royal Mile, and I just sat on the Royal Mile one festival day, sat on it and watched street performers all day. I just kept buying myself a wee cup of tea or a sandwich or whatever, and all day just got this incredible free entertainment. Obviously, tipping them as you should do, but it was just it was. I don't know anybody else you could get that all day long.
People watching.
Yes, well, people watching's always fun, and sitting there hoping that they don't pull me up as a volunteer, because there's always they're sort of trying to fade into the background, going, "No, I can't." Sorry. I can't have you here as well without sort of mentioning. My younger self would kick me if I didn't say that. Obviously, you were a gladiator.
Yes, I was.
Which I think, is probably one of the coolest sentences that's ever came out of my mouth. Is that still something?
I almost want to have it on my passport, where it says occupation.
Yes.
And I'm worried I might not get through to some countries. So you have to think.
Well, I would avoid Rome, probably.
Exactly.
Is it still something that you hold very dear? I mean, obviously, it's been in the back of my head going, oh my God, I'm talking to a gladiator. But does it still come back fondly to you? Do people still go, oh my God?
Yeah, it's all positive, definitely. Yeah, lots. And the funny thing is, with so much more access to, on Instagram, all my other chums that were on the show, they find more footage. There's a website, a fan zone, and they keep finding footage of us all. I found myself as I'm a series of GIFs, which I didn't even know, which is
really,
which is hysterical. The girls in the gym found them and started sending them to me, and I was like, where did you find that? And then, of course, I felt the need to show my 10-year-old niece, because, you got to sort of got to show off a bit. So I'm sending her gifts of me, and my sister's like, get a life. So it's all, it's all good. It's all really good.
Absolutely. I mean, if there was gifts to me doing stuff like that, I'd be like, look at this. Look at me. Look at me. So when I was chatting.
The ones where I was terrible in the games, I'm like, oh, I might not send that one. No.
How do I delete that from the internet?
When I've really thumped someone, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll send that one back.
I was chatting to Mark Martin, who's obviously Fourth One and now on Edge Radio, and he introduced me to there's a Gladiator podcast. I think it's with Jet, and I have to say, I've got just because he mentioned it to me a few weeks ago, and it brought all that nostalgia back to me. I was like, wow, and it's really all of a sudden forgot how much it was a big part of my life. As Saturdays, that was my routine. Playing rugby, me and my mates would go back to my mum and dad's, where they were very fortunate. My mum and dad would treat the three of us to dinner, and usually a chippy after playing rugby, so it was pointless playing rugby, but still. And then it was Gladiators, and then out.
Because there was only 5 channels, that's the thing. That we had a bit of a captive audience. We can't forget that. But yeah, you're exactly what you just said. So many people feel the same way. I did the podcast with Jet. I think we recorded it back in November. I just got over. It's a lovely guy, Paul, that runs it all. He kind of has kept the fan club going and stuff. So I was never actually on the show with her, which is so funny, because everyone that I would meet would always say, Jet's my favourite. And I would, I know she is, you don't have to say that. And then I would start thinking, if I had a pound for everyone that said Jet's my favourite, then I would be, very wealthy. So anyway, because this was the first time I've really ever spoken to her, I was able to tell her that story, so it's quite funny. She loves Scotland, actually. She loves coming up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that was quite nice too.
That's cool. I mean, obviously they've got the 30th anniversary coming up soon, so it'd be interesting to see if anything, if they pull you all back, say, come see if you can still do it, because that would be just against each other.
Yeah.
I like to finish off with what I call difficult questions for us Scots. Oh. So this is where it gets serious now. Shortbread or tablet?
Neither.
Is that just being, because you're obviously very fit? Is it just a
temple?
That's fair enough. You're not going to like some of these questions. Because the next one was Iron Brew or whiskey.
Oh, okay. Well, I think diet Iron Brew after you've had the whiskey. So whiskey at night, and then in the morning you need the diet Iron Brew. That's how I would do that.
It's incredible how much of us go, you know what, hangover cure, whiskey. Sorry, Iron Brew. Well, whiskey, I suppose, is a hangover cue as well. But yeah, the amount of us that I've been chatting to, everyone's went, yeah, Iron Brew is just the best hangover cure.
I don't know what it has in it, but it really works.
I don't know if you're a vegetarian or not, but square sausage or black pudding? or neither. Neither is an option.
Oh yeah, and neither. Yeah, neither.
Yeah, being fair, they're probably not the most healthiest foods in the world either. Haggis, neeps and tatties, or mince and tatties?
Haggis.
Good for the traditional there. But again, I have to ask this as well because it's something that everyone sort of comes up. Mince and tatties is something that there's not a standard recipe. Everyone's mum did it differently.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, it was a staple in our. When I think about that, I think we had it on every Wednesday.
Yeah, we had it once a week, and it was. I like it now, but growing up, I hated it. It wasn't until my mom. I've got a 6-month-old right now, so we're just literally yesterday we started weaning. We started, introducing her to food, and my mum has very kindly this morning told me. I went very Scottish there. Told me that I ate nothing when I was a kid. Apparently, I was really bad, and it wasn't until I started playing rugby at like 14, 15 that the appetite properly kicked in.
You were actually hungry.
Yeah, I was actually doing something, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, I came home and was like, "Oh, I had mince and tatties. It was lovely." And she goes, "You never eat my mince and tatties." I was like, "I was hungry." Last but by no means least, Tunning's tea cakes or caramel wafers?
Oh, both.
Well, I can't argue with that, really.
Neithers. That's a both, definitely. And caramel logs. Don't forget them as well. So
you're only the second person that's given me a row for not putting caramel logs in there as an option.
Yeah, that needs to be in there too.
Ali, this has been absolutely lovely chatting to you. Thank you so much for sparing the time. Obviously, I know you're busy, but it really means the world for you coming on. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Lovely to see you.
That was brilliant. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Ali, that was absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for sparing the time and coming on and chatting. It really means the world. Thank you so much. I hope all of you enjoyed that as much as I did, and I hope you've enjoyed Series 2 of Scottish Memories. If you would like a Series 3, please let me know. Leave a comment if you want me to try to do a Series 3, because, I don't know if you want one or not. If you do, of course, we will do another Series 3 at some point. But wherever you are, look after yourself out there. Till next time, bye humans.